Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Self-Love Diary. If you are new here, this is your safe space. This is where we stop running from our emotions and start building a home within ourselves. If you've been looking for a sign that you are enough, that you are worthy, and that you are loved, you just found it. Today, we need to talk about the elephant in the room. February. The stores are red, the commercials are loud. And everywhere you look, the world is screaming one message at you. If you are alone, you are incomplete. Maybe you're going through a breakup right now. Maybe you've been single for a long time and you're tired of being the strong one. Or maybe you are in a relationship, but you feel more lonely sitting next to them than you do by yourself. I want you to take a deep breath. Let it out. For the next few minutes, I want you to forget about them. Forget about the texts that didn't come. Forget about the plans that got canceled. This video is not about who isn't here. This video is about the one person who has been with you through every heartbreak, every failure, and every victory. You. This is the story of a girl named Sarah, but really, it's a story about all of us, and it starts on February 7th, the day her heart finally woke up. Sarah was dreading this week. For 3 years, she had spent Valentine's week scrolling through Instagram, watching her friends get giant bouquets of red roses. She would tap like on their photos while a pit formed in her stomach. She wasn't jealous, she was starving for affection. It was Rose Day. Sarah walked past a flower shop on her way to work. She saw a man buying a massive bouquet of red roses. She thought must be nice. She went to work, sat at her desk, and waited. Every time the door opened, she looked up, hoping a delivery person would call her name. 10 a.m., nothing. 2 p.m., nothing. 5 p.m., the office was empty. Sarah walked home in the rain. She felt humiliated. Not because nobody loved her, but because she had spent 8 hours waiting for validation from the outside world. She got to her apartment, cold and wet. She looked in the mirror. Her mascara was running. She looked at her reflection, really looked at it, and felt a sudden, sharp anger. Why, she asked herself, why am I waiting for a stranger to bring me flowers? Why is my happiness dependent on a delivery truck? That night, Sarah made a decision that would change her life. She grabbed her keys, ran back out into the rain, and went to the grocery store. She bought the biggest, brightest bouquet of yellow roses she could find. Not red, yellow, for friendship. She came home, put them in a vase, and wrote a card to herself. To Sarah, thank you for surviving, thank you for trying, I promise to start treating you better. The next day was propose day. Usually this is when people get down on one knee. Sarah didn't have a ring, but she had a journal. She sat on her floor, lit a candle, and thought about all the promises she had broken to herself. I promised I would leave that toxic job. I promised I would start painting again. I promised I wouldn't let people talk down to me. She realized she was in an abusive relationship with herself. She was constantly flaking on her own dreams to help others build theirs. So, on propose day, Sarah wrote a proposal. Dear Sarah, will you marry me? Will you stick with me when I'm anxious? Will you forgive me when I make mistakes? Will you promise to stop abandoning me to make others happy? She signed the bottom of the page. I do. By day 3, chocolate day, the loneliness started to creep back in. Sarah saw a couple sharing a milkshake at a cafe. The voice in her head said, look at them, you're pathetic. Eating chocolate alone, but Sarah remembered her vow. She realized that for years, she used food as punishment. She would eat to numb the pain or starve herself to be worthy of love. This time, she went to a high-end chocolatier. She bought one single, expensive truffle. She didn't eat it in her car. She didn't eat it while scrolling TikTok. She sat at her table. She put the phone away. She ate it slowly, savoring every bite. She taught herself that she was worthy of the good stuff, not the cheap, leftover love, the premium, high-quality love. She treated that moment like a meditation. Teddy Day. This one is usually for the cute, cuddly gifts. Sarah went to her closet and pulled out a box she hadn't touched in years. Inside was her old childhood stuffed animal. She held it and started to cry. She remembered the little girl she used to be. The girl who believed in magic. The girl who thought she could be an astronaut. The girl who didn't care about dress sizes or text messages. She realized she had been so mean to that little girl. Every time she looked in the mirror and criticized her body, she was bullying her inner child. She hugged the teddy bear and whispered, I'm sorry I grew up and forgot you. I'm sorry I let the world make us hard." The week was passing. Sarah felt lighter. On promise day and hug day, she didn't just sit around, she moved. She went to the gym, not to burn calories, but to feel strong. She cleaned her apartment, not because she had guests coming, but because she deserved a clean sanctuary. She cooked a healthy meal, not to lose weight, but to nourish the body that carried her through every bad day. She realized that self-love isn't just bubble baths. Self-love is discipline. It's the discipline to go to bed early. It's the discipline to block the ex who only texts you at 2 a.m. It's the discipline to say no when you want to say yes, just to please people. Then came the test, kiss day, Saturday night. Sarah was feeling good. She was reading a book, feeling peaceful. Then, buzz, a text from him. "Hey, stranger. Miss you." The old Sarah would have dropped the book. Her heart would have raced. She would have crafted the perfect reply, analyzed the emojis, and spent the next 3 hours waiting for his response. But this was the Sarah who had proposed to herself. This was the Sarah who bought her own yellow roses. She looked at the phone. She felt the pull of the old addiction, the need for validation. She took a deep breath. She looked at her yellow roses on the table. She deleted the text. She blocked the number. She kissed her past goodbye. That was the most romantic kiss of her life. February 14th, the day the world tells you is for couples. Sarah woke up. She didn't check her phone. She put on her favorite dress. She did her hair. She walked into her favorite Italian restaurant. The host asked, "Table for two?" Sarah smiled, head high. "Table for one, please." She sat in the middle of the restaurant. She ordered the wine she liked. She ate the pasta she wanted. She watched the couples around her. Some looked happy, some looked bored, some were arguing. And for the first time in her life, she didn't envy them. She realized that being alone is not the same as being lonely. She was on a date with a woman who was funny, smart, resilient, and kind. She was on a date with herself. And she was having the best time of her life. She paid the bill. She tipped generously. She walked out into the cool night air, looked up at the moon, and whispered, "Happy Valentine's Day, Sarah. I love you," and for the first time, she believed it. My friends, why did I tell you this story? Because I know how heavy this week feels. I know the pressure, but I want you to reframe it. This isn't a week to highlight your singleness. This is a week to highlight your wholeness. You do not need another half to make you whole. You are not a fraction. You are a complete universe. If you are spending this Valentine's Day solo, do not dare feel sorry for yourself. Celebrate the fact that you have survived 100% of your bad days. Celebrate the freedom you have. Celebrate the silence that allows you to hear your own thoughts. Your relationship with yourself is the longest relationship you will ever have. It is the only one that lasts from your first breath to your last. So make it a good one. Make it a loving one. Make it a passionate one. If Sarah's story resonated with you, I want you to do something for me. Go down to the comments right now and write, "I am my own Valentine." Claim it, own it. Let the world know you are taken by yourself. And if you are ready to start your own journey of healing, growth, and becoming the best version of you, then you are in the right place. Welcome to Self-Love Diary. Click that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We are building a family of strong, healed, beautiful souls here, and we need you in it. I love you, but more importantly, I hope you love you. Until next time, keep writing your story.